Good afternoon, my name is Dana Carolina Duran Camacho. I am here of the BFOL of Santa Fe Hospital in the Bogota. I have the role of Public Health Director. We'll talk in this campaign about the types of depression, cause, treatment, everything what's come behind. What is depression? Is a set of the symptoms of the prenormality affected nature. Pathological sadness, apathy, anhedonia, opelescence, decay, irritability, subjective feeling of the discomfort, impotence in the face of life's demands, a tough to the grid of the lesser extent, symptoms of the cognitive thefts are also present is the with the cold speak of the global psychic a cycle affection will spill parts of the affective sphere. According to the clinical practice guide of the management of the depression in adults of the Ministry of the Health Social Service Equality. Causes. The causes of depression are varied, but biochemistry have explained some cause. Depressed people should very high less of the cortisol, a several chemical that aid the brain, such as the neurotransmitter serotonin, dopamine, noradrenaline. These levels may be elevated for hereditary reasons. The explanation gave for the family original of the present is that children raised as a view of the world because of their parent behavior outgrowth in environment then is not totally a right thing. Symptoms. Depression is characterized by prolonged periods of more than 2 weeks of long apathy. Varied present and wide variety of symptoms describe 1. Affective. Sadness, anxiety, irritability, inability to enjoy, suicidal, strong, hopeless, or right weight. Stud, cognitive, indecision, forgetfulness of loss of the concentration. 3. Somatic, fatigue, changes in appetite or weight, insomnia, hypersomnia, sexual dysfunction, headaches, too much problem, spine agitation. Prevention to change positive trend, take care of your physical health, maintain a consistent daily schedule, and resume responsibility should aid the graduality. Accepting yourself, do not compare yourself to other people you consider favorite. Express emotion, follow the impulse, the tracking of the time day-to-day. To make periodic with the a balanced diet to the physical exercise. Types. Major depression is the manifest by combination of the symptoms what interferes with a person's ability to work, study, sleep, eat, enjoy activities that under normal circumstances so would be enjoyed Depression usually occurs on both the disease that often causes relapses throughout life. This dysthymia is less several times of the depression. The symptoms remain long-term but not preventing people from being active in can also recurring more than on the lifetime. Bipolar disorder is the third type. Is also called manic depressive illness. The prevalence of the pathology is not as high as the two to prevent ons is the characteristic bemon strain very high mod alpha be very loved on street changos arithmetic abroad but most of the are gradual in the cycle of depression people have some or of the symptoms of depression problem. In the manic slide, they might feel hyperactive or like talcite or overly energy. Sometimes many of the individuals seeking judgment, a social behavior if the mania is left untraced, it can lead to a psychotic strike. If money is left on the strike, it can become worse and lead to a psychotic strike. Postpartum depression. About 15% of new mothers constantly feel terribly anxious, can sleep, are able to make simply decision. This is called a postpartum depression. This depression is a severe deformation of the baby blues, a problem suffered by to the street of mother that manifest itself with some sadness, anxiety. Some mothers suffer a complete breakdown. Diagnosis. The inquiry into the parent history is the fundamental weapon for the professional to diagnose a cause of the depression. A complete medical history should be included showing the symptoms began, how long they lasted, and also asking questions about drug, alcohol user, or the whether the parents has shown about suicide of the deck. A diagnostic evaluation should include an examination of the mental state to determine if speech, sounds, or memory pattern have been affected. To diagnose a depressive disorder or the about symptoms must be begun within to the week. Of there must be the chance in most love of the interest or ability to enjoy. Treatment. The understanding of affection of the family and the friends is the important. How is the pertinence, signs, the lack of the desire, and the motivation of the sick can of the spire, suggesting a not ordinary activities proposing not the impatient conversation are a basic support to the therapy important be professionals on the most important problems this growth present is the above domains of the therapy, so it is the fundamental to the industry for the following the training until the head treated hard to the ties of the training for depression. Pharmacological treatment with antidepressant are used to the current imbalance in the levels of the brain chemicals, especially serotonin, a brain chemical tranquilizes massaged in the area of the brain, control emotion, body temperature, pituitary hormone level, spleen, blood pressure, antidepressant were bit increasing the levels of serotonin in the brain cells. Psychotherapy, according to the European Association for Psychotherapy, psychotherapy called defined as comprehensive, deliberate, a planned treatment of the therapeutic intervention based on the broad and specific training in the behavioral disorder, illness, broader person disorderliness related to the psychosocial, psychosomatic cause the factors. Frequent question: does depression help? In the vast majority of cases, depression responds trained and the manic cause the symptoms disappear with the preponderant major depressive episodes disappear completely in as less 2-3 of the cause overwhelm untreated depression lasts on average of the 6 to 9 months, and some may be chronic and last for many years. Therefore, the benefits of the training depression with the treatment on the psychotherapy or Brown are indisputable. What zone I can about antidepressant treatment? When starting treatment, the parents or family may be concerned about the potential negative effects of the medication. Therefore, it is important to consider the following issues. Antidepressants are not addictive, are not addictive forming. Antidepressants are not drugs of abuse. Do not produce euphoria in healthy people. Lack of the medication, they have side effects. Most are vegan and transient, disappearing within 1-2 weeks. Each antidepressant has a specific profile of the side effects, but in general, the most frequent are digestive discomfort, nausea, vomiting, heartburn, diarrhea, difficulty in digestion, constipation, bronchitis, or the insomnia, dizziness, headache, restlessness, nervousness, sexual dysfunction, a craving or low appetite. What tips are used to parents with depression? 1. To the parents, persuade her she is not alone. What family and friends are involved. A train with trade support, her she will succeed her convert to the train. Strong depression is a treatment disorder, a one on from which trade can record. It is essential to visit the family doctor or the psychiatrist so that they can make appropriate diagnosis a treatment plan. 3. Establish a relation of the support the treatment with the patient to encourage her to verbalize her feelings through any days of dick or suicide. Transmit the parents is the greater of having a depression and what is the not a shrine of watching of or laugh or Charlotte but medical island. 5. Agreeing with the parents a minute planning of the day, trying to find a less an activity to bring home her pleasure of the well-being, maintain a certain regularity in the eating spleen schedules. 5. Encourage but not force people social or leisure activities one can satisfy on the parents. 6. Access quality information about depression. What is the complication of the depression? The main and the most serious complication of the disease in the suicide. The risk of suicide is the training times heard in parents with the depression. One in the general. A high percentage of suicide cases are related to the strength of the psychiatric disorder with depression by the mind's pathology. Some studies show that depression in the present in 15% of the complete suicide. I thought strong and date the following risk factors for suicide have been identified. Malice, youth high under 30 or old age over 65, living alone, having a story of past suicide attempts, had a family history of suicide, consumption of toxic, especially alcohol, severe symptoms of the holocaust, AC2 forms of the late methods, present of the permanence, the Sibylline Sickle Islands.